and Hank shields are coming in while they're getting the beam team coming right for saving. We have Xerox on the low ground just getting focused. Still has his personal shield, however. Here that gets thrown, and he has to use a personal shield, barely surviving. Hank shield's coming into effect. Heal burst, everything being thrown to keep Xerox alive, and they just ate everything while Dome is still available for them to use.
Yeah, his armor is not looking too hot right now. Down to his last little bit right there. The Dome could go online. It looks like he actually tried to bait it right there, jumping towards Generic, the Trapper, hitting him away, and then jumping back. Of course, with those 1 second Dome drop times, you're not going to dodge the Dome, simply force it in an advantageous area for yourself. It's going to cause a lot of loops. You got an interior area where you can beat someone down if they come in alone, and an exterior area where you can climb up and try to mitigate. It looks like we do have some free food on the inside being eaten. I thought Parnell would be in position with his rocket launcher to try to stop that free food eating, but he was not. Getting locked down by the rock right there wasn't very effective. Just decided to chuck it so he could continue moving around. That's the downside to those rocks. They're heavy. Even someone as strong as Goliath can't walk around with those rocks in their hand. Parnell really trying to poke at him right now.
And Generic is being so patient right now with this Dome. He's just making sure that they're not able to get a wasted Dome here. He wants this Dome to be perfect because they have him in such a great position that he's not able to go anywhere unless they Dome him. At this point, if you're Varicor, you're looking at this and saying, look, I have an option here. I can either sit here and wait the entire time, or I can initiate on Generic because they're being so well disciplined at this point. They know that he's down there, and they're just trying to whittle away that armor while preserving their jetpack. Waits for it, just comes up immediately. Like, just look at this discipline and control that they're executing right now. Varicor just trying to make sure he has a loop or some way to mitigate as he's down to 2 bars of armor. He originally had 5, just trying to make sure that he has loops, has ways to protect himself, and Generic is still just sitting in the middle, just waiting for this positioning. And they both are just trying to get everything they can out of this. Varicor looking to go along the side. Again, making sure to armor up, grabbing what he can. Gets another 2 meets there, which puts him a little bit closer to his evolve meter to get stage 3, but he's not quite able to finish it. There's not enough food back here for him to finish it. Generic is still just sitting right in the middle at 90 meters away and just holding steady.
Yeah, this is what you want to do as a Trapper. Play goalie. Hang out in a more neutral position once the monster commits to an area and gets to an area where it'd be a good place to Dome. Drop that Dome, take the monster out. Now, right now, this monster's really just stalling. He doesn't have any food that he can eat. Ooh, taking a serious amount of damage. Looks like we have a Parnell versus Meteor Goliath fight going on right now. We do have Val trying to keep Parnell up. That shield is up and online. Ooh, did not catch the rock, though.
And here comes the personal shield, though, which means that he's in a good position right now. If they have a Dome, he doesn't have personal shield to keep him alive, which is going to be very important because he'll rely entirely on Monkeybot until it's off cooldown. And here comes Monkeybot just in time to keep him up. Flame Breath being used, Xerox using the ledge there to keep himself up. Here comes the Dome, finally getting thrown. Generic is ready to go. He thinks this is a good one. Let's make sure it counts. That's all he's saying. Thonar coming in with the heals. Leap Smash being used, connects on Thonar. Thonar's getting a half, slowly getting melted, and off he goes. Just trying to get everything. Double burn, triple burn. Everyone's getting burned. It's a burn party. Going right around. Monkeybot is at half HP, unable to get healed because of line of sight. Thonar's busy occupied with someone else.
Right about now.
And down goes
Monkeybot. Just the charge. The charge right there. Monkeybot is down. It's up to Val to get that res. Looks like Val's got capacity. She should keep that med gun on there all day until she gets tumbled. Hank is just about to get up and does get up the med gun. Fully picks him up. Orbital dropped a little bit preemptively. I think Hank thought Meteor Goliath would continue trying to beat him down, and that was not the case.
Oh, this is a cute cave. Look at this.
Oh, wow. Is there even a term for this?
A cave? A bubble?
An artificial bubble.
A bubble. A mini dome. I call it a mini dome.
I thought I came up with a term, an official term for every single dome. You have miracle domes, god domes, loops, infinity loops, but I don't have one for that. That's pretty rare right there.
I say we call it a mini dome.
Yeah, it's like a small little room right there. You have to go under and then pop up there.
Oh, panic room. There we go. We'll call it the panic room.
A panic room. Yeah, I like that. Causing a panic room right there. That's good.
There you go. We'll keep good that. Fallback here. We'll get a full definition set for you with all the different types of domes sometime on the forums. But we're looking at this.
I actually saw someone asking, like, oh, what do you call all these different domes? And maybe I'll drop some definitions for people because I guess as casters we get to define them, don't we? We're the ones saying them out loud to the audience. Yeah, I came up with there's a couple of things that I've said that stuck. Parnell Super Soldier Face stuff. I like that one. And we might see some Parnell Super Soldier Face stuff at Stage 3 if Parnell can get close enough because this monster not looking too hot. You put him on the back pedal with a Parnell Super Soldier Face stuff at Stage 3, we might get a Crow take the shot. These are all terms I like coming up with terms. That's my thing.
It's good, though. We like the terms. But we have 3 bars, which
gotta
means if he
define it.
stages up,
Make it
he'll
easy.
have 5 bars. Again, this is looking kind of rough. If he does get the Super Soldier face stuff, that'll bring him down to 3 bars when he gets out of it, because he'll go through the armor as well, and I don't know. It's going to be some hurt, though, regardless of what position he comes in.
He's definitely, at this point, though, I'm going to say, if our monster is going to take it home, he has to hit stage 3. He does not have enough health right now, and the armor pool not big enough, and the ability is not strong enough to finish off this Hunter Squad with such low health, and only 1 down penalty on the support. With only 1 down penalty on the support, he's really going to have to commit to try to take down the medic, and support still not that squishy, although squishier than before, 20% less health. I don't think he can focus down the entire team at stage 2. Just not enough sustainability. And speaking of which, Dome is up online. Hunters know that too. And he's only got half armor inside this Dome. We got an Armadon in the mix as well. He's going to cause some problems for both sides. Hank, not looking too hot. Don't get shocked by that Mammoth Bird, Hank. Hank is cloaked, but he's on fire and glowing blue. Very easy to detect right now. And actually, Hank broke line of sight of the monster. He can't get hit by that rock. The Assault, though, taking a serious amount of heat in that orbital. Once again, very, very preemptively dropped right there. Didn't hit the monster whatsoever, not even close. And Hank, once again, has been detected by the monster. No cloak, no orbital now. It's up to his dodging skills to try to stay alive. I do believe he was set on fire right there. And Val trying her best on the med guns. Damage, damage, damage. They may be able to kill him in this Dome. If not, he'll have a low amount of health. He gets some armor, maybe a kill on the chase with the Crow take the shot. Crow looking really low as well, though. Crow goes down, the Dome goes down. Not too much time left on the Dome anyway. We got, I think that was a double. A solid hit right there. The Armadon is still alive in the Dome, bringing the pain as well. Oh, the Armadon actually blocking Meteor Goliath from finishing off the Trapper right there. That is Trapper down.
We talked about it being a possibility. He's right now on a sliver of health. We are at the take the shot scenario. If they can find him before he can stage, as he is not evolved ready, it's just, what, 2 Crow shots with that little HP?
Oh, yeah. Probably a solid 2 Crow shots, maybe a headshot.
Maybe.
A headshot and a half. He is not looking too good whatsoever. Now,
he's just limping his way along.
Earlier I said he has to hit stage 3 to be able to win this game. Now he definitely has to hit stage 3 to be able to win this game. He gets caught. Crow's pointing his gun at him. That's it. That's game right there.
Here we go. We're at the Evolve. We're looking for Parnell to see if he can get any face stuff action. We're going through with 3.5 bars of armor coming out from Varicor. Monkeybot's in a great position to get some initial damage on with some pokes, but it's going to come down to Xerox as he's going against a 3-point rock, 3 leap, 2 flame breath, 1 charge. Varicor looking to deal damage. He's going to be running, though. He does not want this fight. If he gets in this Dome, this could be the end. This could be the Death Dome, the Battle Dome, the Thunder Dome. All the demise of this Varicor unless he's able to armor up. He needs to get space for now, which is what we're looking at.
All right, looks like these Hunters might just want to set up. The Dome is ready, but instead of chasing him around, why not set up? Charge your jetpacks up, get ready, hunker down, and pick an advantageous area to fight. They're probably going to choose pipes. Yep, they indeed do choose pipes right over here next to the relay. You saw in the PS4 battle fight that I casted earlier that this is a very popular spot for Hunters to set up against, well, all monsters. And once again, we do see it here on Orbital Drill. This monster right here is going to have to armor up. He does have a huge armor pool, but not a lot of health to work with. And the thing is, if he even loses a bar of health, a bar and a half of health, he can be finished off by a Crow take the shot. So he really needs to be careful right now in order to win this game. 1 down penalty on Hank and Crow, so he's not completely out of it just yet.
If he comes down, he gets perfect execution on Monkeybot, and Monkeybot's unable to dodge anything that gets thrown at him. Rocks, leaf smashes, flame breaths, anything. Then we're looking at a scenario that could go in his favor, but he needs perfect execution in order to be able to finish this. He needs Monkeybot down. After Monkeybot's down, we'll probably see him rotate to Generic to make sure that he doesn't lose any health, because he needs to make sure that he's not losing, as he already got hit by a charge shot. You make that 2 charge shots as he's just trying to keep everything. Burns coming through, going straight for Monkeybot. Monkeybot falling on the low ground. Needs to get finished as soon as possible going in. However, he's getting healed up immediately. Rocketing Throne connects with the AoE damage. Not quite enough to finish him. Does he have anything to finish with the cloak? Burn finishes him as he gets burned to the ground. Thonar's on the high ground trying to revive him. Generic's on the low, using the pillar to his help. But he's just trying to get anything he can. Parnell's looking damage, trying to get everything he can. Generic's is trying to melt him down. Only 2 bars of armor left before they're on health, and they don't have anything. Monkeybot's gone. He needs to leave before the Dome gets thrown, but Dome is thrown anyway, keeping him in. This is coming down to Generic. And Parnell looking at damage getting thrown right now. Goes right back to Xerox. Xerox is going to get melted with a rock going right up on the high ground. Thonar's right there with the heal burst, and it's coming down to damage.
It is absolutely who kills who first. Someone is going to die, and it's going to be a real close match right here. It's up to Parnell to try to finish off this monster as much as he can. Even if he gets armor, at least lower him enough so Crow can take the shot on him. Crow trying to go in with those fast shots. Now the armor is broken.
Oh no, are they going to get the pickup?
Parnell's going to get up. Parnell is back up. Parnell, you got to do at least another bar of health so Crow can finish it off. Crow's really getting focused right now, though. No shield, so it's up to Val's.
He needs out of this dome. Coming in for the finish. He's gone. He's free. He is free. Monster's been released. Gets Meltdown. It's just the medic now. It's Thonar. Thonar's alone. Going in for the pickup. Flame is used.
Thonar can just pick up Crow. Crow was pretty high health right there.
And
the sniper
there
shots aren't going to do it.
goes
clutch.
Wow. Guns. Holy crap.
From the brink of defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, LFC taking that match right there. That was incredibly close with a 2-1 rounding it out. LFC is up 1 point against IC. Man, if they would have just got a little bit more damage right there. That was such a close match.
Holy moly.
Oh,
Heart
man.
attack. You
I
are
had a
buggers.
shield. It's the 200 ping. Oh my god.
And we're hearing the teams right now.
Look, good game though, bro. That was a nice finish.
Just going in, just even
GG.
them commenting on how close it was. We have
Sorry about the ping.
1,500, 559 damage out of a total 1,600 for how much, like that's how close it was. And a charge shot would have actually finished it off with more than 41 damage. So that would have been, and get ready for some more hype indeed. We're going into this next match, which means that we are looking at a game that is just getting closer and closer as time goes on. It is currently 2-1. Monster having a hard time finishing it, but comes in with the clutch hits with those leap smashes and rock throws. Started off rocky with the last dome, came in with the clutch finisher, able to pick it up and get what he could get.
If you think about it, that point right there may have secured. Now, I'm not saying they've won yet, but that if they win by 1 point, LFC may have secured the higher seed, and that higher seed may get them to win the whole tournament. That game, with the butterfly effect in mind, might be almost $2,000 in the prize pool. Just gonna point that one out right there.
But again, that was such well played by him, making sure that he was able to execute. However, even MonkeyBot, with all his ability to dodge and as elusive as he was, it wasn't quite enough to make sure that they were able to survive. And the ability that he decided, you can tell he was thinking about leaving as soon as the Trapper was down, and then he decided, hey, we're going back in. They're down. I got the assault with that last rock. I'm going in. I'm taking the win now. I'm not going to let them come back up. If they come back up, I'm gone.
And the thing is, with that low health and with that particular relay setup, the Rock Pillar of Life, pulling off a win right there is not easy by any means, but managed to do it.
Yeah, and just, again, we saw perfect discipline coming out of Generic. We saw their entire team showing such perfect display of how to play this game, able to make sure that you're not overcommitting, you're using the domes as much again, even coming up with a new turn called the Panic Room, but we're going into scenarios where we haven't seen these before. These is new tactics being done by these teams, showing that how TGL is progressing and pushing teams to be the best that they can possibly be in order to secure them victories.
I like that word, progressive. TGL, shifting the meta, and it's self-correcting. Oh, this hunter's being picked a lot, we're going to start banning it. I really like the pick and ban systems that they've developed over behind the scenes at TGL, but we do have the next map coming in. IC lost to that round, but it's not over yet. They're getting ready for the next one. Wraith Trap is going to be the map that they are going to pick next. And believe it or not, what monsters banned, chat? Oh, it's Kraken again. 100% ban rate. Kraken has been banned. Assault is going to be Parnell. Torvald was banned. Parnell did not work out last round. So let's see how he does this round. Trapper ban is going to be Jack. Jack is off the field. Jack.
It's hard to really know if it worked out, though. It came down to what? 50 HP? 41 HP.
Such a slight amount of damage. Just a ridiculously low amount of damage. Maybe a couple more rockets connecting, a super soldier connecting a little more solidly, maybe some lasers from Hank. It was such a close match right there.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just exceptionally close to see these coming out. We're going to be waiting on this last Trapper pick, because that'll determine how they decide to try and control this monster. They might pick Crow again just because of how close it was with Crow. If they get in that scenario again, they're going to need Crow in order to make sure that they're able to ensure victory. And also, Crow being there forces a different playstyle.
Shot. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I want to see another take the shot round. Literally, if you guys haven't seen it, I have 2 of the most intense Evolve matches ever played released on my YouTube channel this week. Take the shot and save Jesus. Go watch those. They're absolutely ridiculous after the stream if you want some more competitive Evolve. Anyway, for the rest of the picks here, let's round it out. Once again, Kraken was banned. Wraith Trap was the map. Assault, Torvald banned. Parnell picked. Trapper, Jack banned. Maggie picked. Support, Sunny banned. Hank picked. Medic, Slim banned again. It's confusing to me. And Val is going to be picked.
I think that's
it's
just
not
a monster
confirmed
preference
yet,
at this
but
point. He just
yeah.
doesn't want to deal with the Spore Clouds. Spore Clouds to some
There we go,
people are
there's
just
Val.
a lot more effective than others. But we are looking at a Val pickup
Yeah.
as well.
Val has been picked, and the monster, I'm going to guess, is going to be Meteor Goliath again. Meteor Goliath won last round, but they banned Kraken, so Meteor Goliath again. Interesting to see. You don't start playing the game when you jump out of the dropship. You start playing the game in preparation in these bans and picks. So I'm not sure why they didn't ban his Meteor Goliath. LFC just won with Meteor Goliath, so why not ban it? It seems like he did excellent with that. Do they really fear Kraken that much? We'll see how he does with Meteor Goliath, or maybe they have a different strategy they'll execute this time. The picks and bans are where the match competitively here in TGL starts. Everyone in the chat, though, thanks for joining. Seeds, where can people find you?
Well, they can
over
find
the
me
weekend
at the
whenever you're streaming?
Twitter down below, or they can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/aceeds. We cast as many tournaments as possible for Evolve. It's currently exclusively Evolve, so all we do is Evolve. So if you want to check out me and go there, of course, you do see Stel Shampoo, who's the beautiful man to my right there, and he's actually going to be having his own content. Where can they find you, Shampoo?
Twitch.tv/StelShampoo. I'm Stel Shampoo and everything, so that username you see down there is not only my Twitter, but I am Stel Shampoo and everything. So if you want to find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitter's a great way to get in contact with me. And does anyone in the chat want free Evolve gear? Because I got posters. If any of you guys are going to PlayStation Experience, hunt down me or DB Sinclair, and while supplies last, you guys can get yourself some Evolve posters. I think I'm the only one who has these. I stole a bunch of them from the Proving Grounds, and I have like 70 of them sitting over there. So if you guys want some Evolve posters, all you gotta do is hunt me down at the PlayStation Experience, and DB may have some extra gear as well. So also be sure to tweet at me if you want me to personally reserve you a poster or something. Just feel free to tweet at me, and I'll do my best while supplies last to save you some stuff. And of course, if you're trying to locate me in the venue of PlayStation Experience at the Moscone Center, you can tweet at me as well. I'm always checking out my Twitter. Anyway, we're getting into the next match. Be sure to follow me and Seeds anywhere that you could find both of us. And don't forget to follow the Gentleman's League as well for more TGL content. If you guys are enjoying these matches, follow us here on Twitter and at Evolve TGL on Twitter. The Gentleman's League on Twitch is what you guys are watching right now. Everyone in the chat, thank you guys very much for coming out, and all the Patreons. And everyone who is chatting in the chat, thank you as well. We're hopping into the next match here, which is on Wraith Trap. What do we got here on the Hunters? Parnell, Val, Hank, and Maggie Daisy. Opening route, Seeds. What do you think we got here?
I'm thinking same route we saw last time, where we saw the leap forward, get the food here. However, Meteor Goliath does have farther leap, so he's going to overshoot it a little bit. But we'll probably see him go forest, just like we saw in the previous game, just because that route has just enough food that you can eat as much as you want. However, the route to town is another option, which is what we're seeing right now. He's rotating and going to town and changing things up. It does look like he is running move speed, just based off of how quick he's able to go. He wants to be able to traverse the map and not worry about dealing with a move speed trapper. But just to keep in mind, we are looking at a capacity Parnell, a capacity Val, and a capacity Hank. They want to be able to do as much as possible. They are increasing every bit that they can hold, giving themselves a little bit of extra traveling packs. Got a little bigger backpacks this time, as they're able to just deal more damage, more heals, more shields. Is their game plan this time. So we'll see what that happens, and there right now it looks like he did go to town instead of going to forest, so he's looking to get the stage, but unfortunately Wildlife was a little bit delayed on the spawn, so he'll be looking to engage after he gets full Evolve meter, which he should have enough if he's able to mitigate the first dome from Generic.
Of course, that first dome, you don't want to be on the back pedal from that. Take too much health damage at stage 1. I've seen monsters be unable to fight at stage 2 full armor, even if they wanted to, because of how much damage they've taken at stage 1. Looks like he's trying to force a dome right there, if not just trying to poke at the Hunters.
I think he's trying to see if Generic would throw it if he engaged on him.
Loops.
Daisy right now right beside the monster, doesn't actually care. Harpoon Trap going to be stopping one traversal, so they're going to get a little bit of poke damage. There goes the bar. Xerox shooting him from the rear. In the rear with the gear, coming in with that rocket damage. Going to be looking to stim up and keep up the chase. But if we look over at Generic right now, We're looking at Generic on the low ground. There we go. He's coming across, looking at 80-meter distance, so he's just outside of dome distance, but he's at 100 meters. Generic is actually going to choose to cut in this scenario because Veracron is taking time feeding in the back corner. We look, however, at the Daisy cam. Daisy is actually in hot pursuit, ready to sniff her way forward.
The skin. The
Night
Daisy
Hunter.
skin. The Night Hunter is my absolute favorite. Moving out here. Our monster is, what is that, about 2 meets away from getting the stage. Looks like he's trying to
think
sneak back,
three,
and he's
actually, at
absolutely
this
taking
point.
movement speed.
I think he's at
2 or
3
3,
meets.
somewhere around there. It's hard to tell with that little bar down there. But he's definitely taking movement speed. Look how, oh, Parnell's going to see that. There's no way he was going to juke around.
Maybe. I've seen it happen, but you never know what can happen. Xerox, though, having quick on the flame and ready to fight, while Parnell is just shooting him in the face. Veracron just doing what he can to try and get some initial damage and force a dome to have a loop. If he's able to get this, Generic, however, is getting in position to make sure he's able to dome. Just wants to make sure to not have a loop scenario. If he domes in this position, there will be an infinity loop, which an infinity loop is a loop that is not 1 loop, but 2. So, we'll see what they do.
And if I'm ever playing Assault, if a trapper on my team throws an infinity loop, that's all pain and sadness. That is not a fun loop to try to get damage into if the monster doesn't want to take damage. That's the thing with Raid Trap. You got a lot of these big pillars, you gotta watch out for those infinity loops and loops. So your Assault can get damage and deter the monster away from the team in the late game because he won't have as much of a health pool to pad the damage.
Yeah, so he's down to 3 armor from a full armor Meteor Goliath ready to engage. Generic, again, showing exactly what we saw last game with his discipline, knowing not to go in and throw the dome preemptively, and that he wants to have a perfect position. Xerox is just narrowing down that armor pool, making it slimmer, as right now he's waiting to see exactly how much damage he can get while they're waiting on him. Gets the Super Soldier, going to be stimming up to deal more damage. He's at half, has to burn the personal shield. We're looking at a very, very hurt Parnell, but he keeps breaking that stealth bounce with the Super Soldier shots, and then even the Mammoth Bird joining in and shocking Xerox while the shield was up, so there's no damage there. Generic's going to be looking to catch the dome here. There's the dome coming out.
Oh, that's a huge catch. He's going to take some serious heat right here. This is a nice place to dome. You do have a small loop back here,
But no
but
infinity.
if you eliminate the Tyrant, this is a nice flat area to do some damage, and this monster had no armor going into this dome. Harpoons already also preemptively set up, it looks like, and the damage is coming out. There's not a lot this monster can do than soak up the pain. Oh, actually, there is a
there's
down
Infinity
sloth
Loop.
right here, but they're not going to allow him to eat it. The hunters have absolutely identified the fact that that sloth is there, and someone's going to be making sure that that Goliath does not get 4 meats. That's going to give him armor and the stage 2. Not going to be able to focus anyone down either. His health is just being torn through right now. That's a bar and a half here in this dome. Just trying to stay away from Parnell as much as possible. That Super Soldier right now, get a couple headshots with no health, and like I said, backpedal to stage 2. Trying to go back, nope, you can't eat that slot. There's way too much heat coming in. Orbital also drops. We're seeing a monster at half health at stage 1, and the dome is offline. We may go down to about 2 bars of health here on the chase. A couple rockets and machine pistol shots make it into his back on the move. With the mitigation, he tried his best to mitigate, and he actually would not, I believe, have taken health damage, or at least not significant health damage, if he had full armor going to that dome. But no armor going to that dome, not looking good right now. This monster is going to be working his way uphill. Working his way uphill from stages 2 and 3. And of course, this is not a position you want to be in.
And now he has
Trying to
full
get up
evolve
right here.
meter.
Finally evolve ready. I was about to mention. He was not evolve ready out of that dome, so he had to spend some time eating. And by spending some time eating, that gives the dome a little bit more time off of cooldown. And you do not want to get domed right now. He needs to get full armor before he's domed. He
That
doesn't want another
Reaver
low
just
armor.
stopped Veracor from getting face stuff because he was actually about ready to boost forward, but he did get hit by the Reaver, which actually slowed him down just enough to make sure he wasn't able to do it because he had to stop and deal with that, but also his movement speed was lowered. We do see a 3-point rocket getting picked up. Stealth Bounce going in on Daisy, and if Daisy dies, you all die. Going in on this, we have right now a down Daisy looking to get
Daisy.
revived.
Poor Daisy. Daisy's just burning right there. They're going to lose their tracking and their sneaky reses for about the next 2 minutes. I do not think they're going to get that pickup right there. Daisy's just far too low to sacrifice the med gun. If they try to pick her up with the med gun, that means it's not on another hunter. And if it's not on another hunter, that means it could potentially be another down. So Daisy is going to go warm up the dropship. The good news is, if anyone dies within the next 2 minutes, they're going to get an early spawn.
Yeah.
Because Daisy was sent away.
Rock's
Val
going
taking
in.
a heat right here. Ooh, the rock on Hank. Hank is looking really low right now. The orbital comes in hot. That was a nice little corner to get stuck into orbital yourself, and Hank is now gone. But the monster did not take too much damage from that orbital. Parnell doing his best right here. Looks like he's really committed to this fight. Nice flat area here on the helipad, coupled with that bunker area. It looks like it's mitigation time, though, for this monster. He's going to go back down here into the cave, trying to stay away from Parnell. Ooh, that's a
Oh, that's a
little
God
bit...
Dome.
Yeah, that's a God Dome right there. Not really a significant God Dome, because the monster can just move about 10 feet over to his side and get around there.
Yeah.
But that is a slight God Dome right there.
It's enough that if they really need it, they can use it, because that is enough space that they can fit through. And to see him even checking to see if he can squeeze his way through, and he knows he needs to pull him away from that spot if he wants to engage and get it down, or any possibility of that. So he's going to choose to go up on the high ground and try and mitigate as much as he can. He's at 4 bars. Dome is released. Even the Nomad joining in to help him out. Thank you, Fauna. Thank you, Wildlife, as he is able to leap away because of that Nomad's interruption. Looking to get some health going on, and everyone's getting healed up by Thonar nice and quick. Shield actually was popped by Xerox, so personal shield will be on cooldown if Varicor is able to reinitiate. He's at 2 and 2.2 armor, health right now, and he's just going in to deal damage and just get himself ready to stage 3, as he is Varicor. He's trying to melt things down with those flames, just trying to survive until stage 3, which they do not have a crow, so that means that stage 3 is, as long as he healths up and stages up, he should be okay.
Those harpoons, though, from Maggie, going to cause a little bit of problems for Goliath. I absolutely hate those harpoons when tactically placed on the ledge. Also, it should be important to note after the recent title update that you have to be more precise when breaking the harpoons because of the fact that auto win was changed on the monster melee. And for good reason, too. We saw in an ESL game, I believe, a monster get completely screwed over by not meleeing Laz, but instead accidentally auto-aim meleeing someone behind him was the reason for that change. Going in for the feed here, we do have a 3 snack right here. That's a tasty 3 meat. Giving him, I think he's about maybe 6 meats away, 2 mammoth birds from hitting stage 3. And Daisy is back up on the field. 1 down penalty on Daisy sacrificed 5 bars of health, and that is not looking good at all for this Meteor Goliath. If he wants to take this win, it's probably going to be at stage 3, or if 3 of the hunters step in plants all at the same time while he pounces the last one. That's about the only way he can win at stage 2 at this point, and I absolutely doubt that that's going to happen.
Yeah, we have Dome ready right now. All the initiation. He knows that if he engages here, he should be okay, or at least able to get something. He's going to try and leave, but he's not quite able to. He knew the Dome was off cooldown, just ready to fight, wanting against these rocks, trying to get Xerox, trying to get that damage done. If Xerox goes down, they won't have anywhere near as much damage to get done. Orbital Barrage being thrown down. Harpoon in his rear, takes down 2 bars of armor. Rock getting picked up and tossed. Actually holds onto it to try and make sure he hits after the shield goes away, but still it just comes down just before the rock gets down. Here comes the leap, though. Goes straight for Thonar. Thonar revealed himself. Rock gets picked up. Tossed to Thonar. Doesn't connect. Thonar's on the run, healing up others as he's on the run, using the heal burst to keep himself alive. And we have a very, very low health Meteor Goliath trying to survive. If this Hunter team's able to get this, that'll make this 1-1 on this side.
There they are. I was talking about them earlier. Those harpoons completely mitigated a Goliath leap right there. We're looking at about less than 2 bars of health right now. Rock going out. Does connect on Parnell right there, and Parnell is going to be burning just a little bit. Feel the burn, Parnell. But the monster may take more heat than the hunters. And by more heat, I mean that dome may have been the kill box right there. Oh no, but he's actually going to get away with a sliver of health if we can't get some more Hank laser from long range, perhaps a Val sniper shot, some Maggie machine pistol, a rocket from Parnell. It looks like this Goliath is getting away, and he came back with a low amount of health last round to take the W, making it 2-1 in favor of LFC.
And the odds were definitely like if is bad, if not worse than what they are right now. So I think he has a good chance once he stages up, but he needs to get to that stage as soon as possible. Like, he's going to have a rough time up until he stages up. He's going to get on the high ground here, make sure he has protection from an orbital, which in this case he'll only have half protection because it'll get clipped right there. But he will still be hit by an orbital. Anyway. Yeah, but you don't have line of sight.
There goes Parnell popping that super soldier. You saw him. Oh no, he is close enough. I lied.
Oh no.
I may have
oh no.
Grossed.
Oh, not quite enough.
Though, so that 35% damage is gone. Unfortunately, the super soldier did not connect. They did just break his armor on the chase and may have taken a light amount of health damage. But at this point, it might just be a good idea to stop chasing, charge your jetpacks, clear your battlefield, get rid of the Nomad, get rid of the plants, get
And
ready to throw
Dome
down.
just
There's
came off
that
cooldown now. That was so tight. Right with that timing with Dome coming off cooldown, they just needed every second they could get. If only they were able to hold him there for just 2 seconds more, they would have been able to get a Dome and possibly finish it. But this does mean that Varicor is going to be getting his relay fight ready to engage on this position. They're going to hold their current position because it is a very strong position. They're going to take out that Nomad hopefully at some point. It is around summer. Oh no, it's already down. Okay. No, it's just lying down, I think.
I think they should have killed that Nomad by now if they haven't already, because that Nomad, if it kicks you in the face,
it's right
does a
there.
serious amount of damage, and it's more likely to bully around one of the 4 hunters than the monster.
Well, there's 5 now because there's Daisy, right? So
Yeah, but I don't think the Nomad will kill Daisy.
I don't know, does he?
I don't think he ever does. Daisy, I'm sure, is smart enough. She's a smart little trap, Josh. She'll stay away from the dangers. I mean, Megamouths don't attack Daisy. Plants don't attack Daisy, so she might be okay. If not smart enough to stay away from getting kicked in the face. But anyway, Daisy needs to be smart enough to not get set on fire. We have our Goliath actually just poking him with a flame lid.
Yeah, and that was actually a
Evacuate.
good call right there. He had a bad start to it. He did use a traversal, and he did leap right into a tree. So he said, you know what? Let's just call that a wash. I'm just going to forget that happened, go up, get my 1 bar of armor back, and then we'll re-engage once I have that armor back. So that's, again, a good call. You don't have to
Moving
fight
out
if you
here,
don't want
back
to.
the Tyrant pool. That Tyrant pool, of course, sometimes holds health regen, which I'm sure this Goliath would love right now. But perks are turned off in pretty much every aspect of competitive Evolve. ESL and TGL do have different pick systems, but there's one thing that's universally agreed on, is that perks are removed from competitive play. In every tournament, in every TGL, ESL league, whatever tournament you're playing in, perks are pretty much always removed. And a health regen perk really helped this Goliath right now, but he's only got 3 and change bars of health to work with, and that's going to have to be what he deals with here.
And we're going in now live. We got Flame Breath coming in. Everything's fresh and ready to go, ready to fight, ready to brawl. Here comes the leap, looking to connect, doesn't quite get it. Looking to get down Monkeybot. Monkeybot's on the run, being a little squirrely as he's just jumping around, just getting Flame Breath and melted. Burns his cloak early to make sure that he's not going to get focused too hard. We have a really low Varicor trying to get anything he can. Not quite able to get Monkeybot. Here comes the Orbital, going to be connecting on
That's
1
gonna
blast.
jump right
There
through.
goes the armor, and it's going to
He
burn
doesn't
through
have the
all the
health.
jetpack.
He should not have jumped through that orbital. He does not have the health and did not do the damage after jumping through that orbital to make it worth it. He is absolutely low right now. Hunter's all burning. Looks like he actually got a penta right there with a solid flamethrower, but he may finish off. Actually, the monster might be finished off rather than the hunters. Flames all going out. He's trying his best to whittle him down, spread out the damage. Meteor Goliath better at spreading out damage than normal Goliath. Daisy down, just trying to get Daisy up. Don't want to leave Daisy. She wants a piece of the glory after the monster goes down, and that's indeed what happens. Inspector Cabot ties it 2-2. Looks like we're going to a tiebreaker.
Oh man, tiebreaker hype for sure. We're going to the next round, which makes it 2-2 tiebreaker. It is a best of 5 to find out who gets the higher seed, which could impact who gets what. That clutch victory pulling forward by Varicor in the first game was able to ensure that his
Let's
team
do it
did go
again.
to the
Good
tiebreaker
game.
coming into the next round, which
GG.
means that we're gonna have to find out which side
We'll
chooses
play
what.
GG, yeah.
So
We got some Hunter wins today, ladies and gentlemen. It's very interesting in TGL how it shifts. Some weeks we see lots of monster wins, some weeks we see lots of Hunter wins, and a Hunter win has been secured here in the finals. Current score is 2-2. So we're going to head over to the tiebreakers, and tiebreakers changed up a little bit. We'll see if we get Distillery. The map pool is extended during the tiebreakers here in TGL. Distillery is added. I'm actually not sure who the higher or lower. So there are seeds in this open bracket tournament, and that depends. That'll determine who picks monster and who picks map. Meanwhile, in the closed bracket tournament, that'll be determined by who wins this particular tournament. So the seeding right now is set for this particular open bracket tournament, and will be different in the closed bracket tournament depending on who finishes first, second, third in today's closed bracket. But one thing's for sure, a couple seeds are set. Team YP and TPA have secured, respectively, the first and second seed. Eyes on You did drop out, so DTR and everyone who's seated below DTR have been bumped up 1 seed. And we're actually getting 3 people from this tournament that get to participate in TGL rather than 2.
yeah, so we'll have to see which
Tiebreaker.
one. Because this is huge how it's going to impact seeding. The winner of this game will, I believe... Wait, which seed are they fighting for right now with this? Let's see. So with this, the first 4 would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. right? So this seed will decide not 5 and 6, but oh no, sorry,
8,
it'll decide
7,
6, 7, and 8.
6, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Yeah, so 6, 7, and 8. So if they get seed